Todd, are you there? Can you please pick up the phone and tell me where you are right now? I thought you said that you were just going to head out of the store and come right back.
Wait, what? What is this all about now?
Don't you remember? You promised me that we were going to go and see a movie today. Well, the movie is going to start soon, and so we really have to get going if we're going to make it.
Man, you are really, really bossy. Do you know that? I mean, really, do you think that now of all times is a good time to go out and watch a movie?
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
I am asking you if you really think that I want to go and see a movie with you. But if you really want to see one that bad, then you can go and watch one yourself. But as for me, I don't think that I'm ever going to come back home again.
Wait, what? What is that supposed to mean? What do you mean you're never going to come back home? I thought you said you were just going to be out for a little bit. What's going on here?
Oh, come on, Lorraine. Haven't you figured it out already? Besides, what's so wrong with me moving out of here for good, huh?
I just mean that I thought that it would be fun if we watched a movie since we both have the day off today. I mean, you said that you thought it was a good idea. You promised me that we would do this. I even went ahead and bought the tickets online last week. I don't understand what's going on here.
Oh, just give it a rest already. I don't want to go and see any damn movie. In fact, it's actually all your fault that I'm in such a lousy mood to begin with. So you can blame yourself for all of this.
Wait a second, you're telling me that this is my fault? I still don't think I understand. What did I do to make you so upset?
Oh, come on. Do you really need me to spell this out for you? You're my wife, but all you ever do is look down on me. Or did you think that I didn't notice?
Look down on you? What do you mean by that? You're not making any sense.
I mean the fact that you think that you can just live off of my money while you're just a lousy housewife. Just who do you think you are, huh? And just whose money did you buy those movie tickets with, huh? Of course, we both already know the answer.
Todd, please, can't we just talk about this? I think that you got this all wrong. Do you really think that I look down on you? I have nothing but respect for you. I hope you know that I would never ever look down on you, Todd. You're my husband. I just thought it would be fun to watch a movie.
I mean, really? You know you don't even make me breakfast? What kind of wife can't even do that for her husband, huh?
What does that have to do with anything at all? I am just so confused right now.
You know, breakfast, the first meal of the day. I thought that it would be pretty obvious that a housewife should bring her husband breakfast every single day. But then again, you don't know anything at all about what it means to be a good wife now, do you?
Well, I know what breakfast is, Todd, but is this really the reason why you're so upset with me right now?
And just what kind of way is that to respond to me, huh? Honestly, just who do you think you are? You really must think that you're just the queen of the world if you're trying to treat me like this.
Todd, please, I don't understand why you're talking to me like this.
I mean that you have completely been slacking in your duties as a housewife. Don't you get it? Don't you understand how huge of a deal this is?
So you really are upset with me for not making you breakfast in the mornings?
Well, that's not all. It's like every single time I try and remind you to do that for me in the mornings, not only do you try and get out of it, but then you always end up putting together something cheap.
I'm sorry, Todd. I didn't think that I was trying to get out of it at all. And sometimes I just make something quick so that you won't be late for work. Of course, when I have more time, I try to make you something more substantial, but sometimes I don't have the time. But you know, I also have a lot of those frozen breakfasts that I prepared for you in the freezer if you're still hungry.
I have had just about enough out of you! I mean, really, just how many times are you gonna make me explain what you should already know to be your job? I shouldn't have to tell you anything, Lorraine. You should just know what to do for me without me having to say anything. That's the whole point of being a housewife. Don't you get it?
I am really so sorry, but I guess I just don't quite understand what you're trying to say.
Honestly, I can't understand why I even bother trying to talk to you like this. Is this a game to you? Are you really just trying to tick me off or something like that? Because so far you've just been making mistake after mistake, and I'm really starting to get sick of it. You should apologize for how poorly you've been performing.
I'm really sorry, but I am just not sure what I even have to be sorry about.
Oh, give me a break. Are you really telling me that you don't know what you should be sorry for? Well, if you're not even going to take this conversation seriously, then I don't think I'm ever going to come back home. In fact, I don't even want to hear back from you until you're ready to give me a proper apology.
Wait, Todd, please don't be like this. We can talk this through, can't we?
The only thing we can do is sign those divorce papers that I left for you in the foyer of the house. If you're not going to apologize to me, that is.
Todd, please. How many times are you going to do this? You always threaten me with divorce. I mean, really, just how many times does this time make it now? Whenever we fight, you always leave the house and threaten never to come back or to leave me, and I don't get why you always have to be acting this way.
I have had enough of all your stupid whining, woman. I haven't done anything wrong here. You're the one who isn't taking your job as a housewife seriously. So I don't want to get another message from you until you're finally ready to apologize. And then maybe I'll think about coming back home.
Hey, Lorraine, are you there? I'm not really sure what happened between the two of you, but it seems like you've really upset my son Todd again. And here I thought I would be enjoying a peaceful Sunday morning when all of a sudden my son bursts in complaining about you. I should have known that he would go back to your house, Lucy. I really am so sorry that this happened again. I really wish I could make things right. Honestly, Lorraine, I was scared half to death when he started banging on my front door, barking at me to let him in. I don't know how much my heart can take of surprises like that now. Again, I really am so sorry, but you know, it might be a good idea to just try and ignore Todd the next time he comes around to your place. And just what do you mean by that? Why would I ignore him? Well, it just seems to me like any time he and I have a fight that he always runs back to your house. But I can't imagine that he's pleasant to deal with when he gets like that. Although lately we've just been having the same fights over and over again. I think maybe it's because he knows that he has a place to run away to that he keeps running to your house. Oh, I see. So you're saying that the next time you two fight and my son runs back home, that I should just ignore him and not let him in? I think that might actually be the best way to deal with Todd's behavior at this point. So if it isn't too much, I'd really like to ask for your cooperation in this matter. Come on, Lorraine. Do you really think that I could be capable of helping you do something so heartless to my own son? You really need to think about this. If my son comes to me asking for help, then of course it's my duty as his mother to help him. You know, I really never thought of you as a bad wife or anything like that all of this time, but... But what? What does that mean? Did something happen to change your mind? Well, it's just that when I asked Todd what it was that had gotten him so upset this time, he told me it was because you weren't cooking him breakfast every day. He said you kept forgetting. I don't know if I would say that I forgot. It's more just like that he suddenly started expecting it of me one day. But he never really even asked me for it. I didn't even know he wanted me to do it until we first had a fight about it. But it's not like I can read his mind or anything like that. He needs to make those things clear to me. Oh, come on now, Lorraine. You're his wife. You should be able to tell what it is your husband needs before he even knows what he needs. A good wife has to serve her husband always, don't you know? I'm really not so sure if I completely agree with that, to be perfectly honest with you. And if you make mistakes, then the least that you could do is apologize for them and try to make things right. Don't you want to be a good wife for my son? So you're saying that you think all of this is actually my fault, Lucy? Of course all of this is your fault! You were the one who didn't act the way that a wife should have. It's obvious that the most important things a housewife can do is to make her home as comfortable as she can for her husband. So, if you're slacking off from your wifely duties, then this whole thing is clearly your fault and no one else's. Oh, well, I guess that is one way to think about this whole thing. Besides, it sounds to me like if you apologize, then Todd will forgive you and finally go back home to you. Honestly, I think that you should count yourself lucky that you have such a graceful and forgiving husband as my son. Well, I guess I just really don't understand what it is that I should be apologizing for. But didn't I just explain everything to you? Honestly, I don't understand what it is about women from your generation. When are you going to learn that you need to be serving your man? Are you really being serious about all of this? I can't tell if you're really telling me how you feel right now. Honestly, you should get on your hands and knees for Todd and beg for his forgiveness. In fact, why don't you come to my house and do just that so we can put this all behind us? Because now that I've thought about it, even I'm quite upset at the way that you've been making my poor boy suffer for all of this. You want me to go to your house and beg you both for forgiveness for not making your son breakfast? I'm sorry, but I really just don't think that that is a fair thing to be asking of me at all. There you go again with that uppity little attitude of yours. Don't you realize that that's the problem with young women of today? If you want to patch things up with my husband, then you'll come home right now and you'll do as we both say. And that is a direct order from your mother-in-law. Do you understand me? I really do understand that you might be thinking that you're doing what's best for Todd and I, but even I have my limits, and I am simply not going to stand for this. I don't think this is fair at all. You don't think this is fair? How do you think I feel having to watch my poor son go through all of this? It's not just your husband that you have to show deference to. It's also his mother, you know. So why don't you just be a good girl and do as I say? If you don't, I'll have no choice but to enact my final resort. Your final resort? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Well, let's just say that my husband has some choice words that he'd like to have with you. I think that if anyone would be able to put you in your place, it would be him. Wait, what? What is that supposed to mean? What is even going on here? Honestly, I really can't stand women like you who think that you can just act however you want and get away with it. But don't say that I didn't warn you. You'll get yours and then you'll finally learn how to behave. Just remember that you could have fixed this if you wanted to, but now you'll get what's coming to you.
Well, Lorraine, you really have some guts. I'll have to give it to you there. I mean, really, you didn't even let up after my dad just laid into you and tried to make you see the error of your ways. But I guess that just really goes to show what a stubborn woman you really are, huh?
I'm sorry, Todd, but I really want nothing to do with you right now. I mean, really, to try and make me cook breakfast for your whole family once a week to teach me a lesson. Of course I was going to say no to that!
And that's just your problem. That's exactly why you need someone to put you in your place to begin with.
Excuse me? Just who do you think you are to be talking to me like that, huh?
There you go again with that crappy attitude of yours. When are you finally going to learn that a wife should just apologize to her husband and do whatever he says? You know, if you keep this up, then I really will have to divorce you. So what do you think about that, huh?
Oh boy, here we go again. How many times are we going to try and pull this card?
I mean it! I know that you're a stubborn lady, so I'm not afraid to do it. I know that it would be the perfect lesson to teach you. And just remember that I can find any other lady if I want. You're nothing special at all. I'm not afraid to dump you like last week's garbage. In fact, don't be surprised if I already have someone in mind who I'd get remarried to.
Oh really? You really already have another person who you'd rather be married to?
Oops, I guess I went ahead and spoiled the surprise. That's right, I've been seeing someone else, and if you don't do as I say, then I really will leave you for them.
So you actually admit that you've been cheating on me this entire time? I have to say that I had my suspicions, but I really am quite shocked that you would just come out and admit this so brazenly to me.
You didn't think that I actually enjoyed being married to you, do you? I only stick with you because I pity you. After all, you're nothing but a housewife who'd have nothing if I decided to leave you. Don't you realize that?
Is that really all you think of me, Todd?
It's not what I think, it's just how the reality of the situation is. The fact of the matter is that you need me far more than I need you, you know? So just try and push me and see where you end up. You'll be a jobless old hag who nobody will want anything to do with ever again.
Are you really sure about this, Todd? I'd be very careful if I were you.
That's my line! So if you don't want me to divorce you, you'll have to come find me and apologize to me all over again. But I'll be honest, I'm getting sick and tired of giving an old hag like you second chances. Why can't you just be a good housewife? How many times are we gonna have to do this? Apologize to me and I'll come back home.
And just what home is it that you think you'll be coming back to me?
What is that supposed to mean, huh?
I mean that you're always threatening me that you won't come back home, right? So I'm asking you just where it is that you think you'll be coming back to now. In fact, if I were you, I would just crawl back to your mommy and stay with her instead. So how about it? How about you just go and never ever come back here, huh?
Excuse me? Are you being serious right now? Is this some kind of joke or something like that?
The only joke around here is you, Todd, because I am telling you that you have nowhere to come back to here.
What does that even mean? You're not making any sense at all! Just who do you think you are to talk to me like this?
I think I'm the person who submitted our signed divorce papers. They're probably being processed as we speak. Not only that, but I've already found a buyer for the house and closed the sale not that long ago. So, I'll ask you again, just where do you think it is that you'll be able to come back to, huh?
Wait a second. What do you mean you submitted our divorce papers?
I mean just what I said. Or do you need me to break it down even more simply for you?
And you sold our house as well? Is this some kind of joke?
It's not a joke at all, but don't worry, I moved all your things into a storage space. I even paid up the space for a month to give you some time to move your things out. You have plenty of time.
Whoa, just slow down there for a sec. I mean, what is even going on right now?
What is going on is that you and I are divorced now, don't you get it? So I guess this means that you can go ahead and get with that other girl of yours. Or not. I really don't care at all what you do, but I'm going to get on with my life.
Hey, just hold it right there for a second! You can't just say all that and then just disappear! What the heck do you think you're doing?
I thought I explained it all pretty well above, to be honest.
But, I mean, are you telling me that you submitted those divorce papers that I left by the front door of our house? You really went and did that all by yourself?
That is exactly what I said. I feel like we already covered this ground. Do you really need me to spell out what divorce is? Why are you asking me this? In fact, the person at the counter at the courthouse recognized your name because of how often you go and pick up those forms from there. Apparently, the whole office was taking bets on whether it would be you or I that finally submitted the paperwork. You really were quite the celebrity there, I have to say. But like I said, the paperwork is being processed as we speak. It's too late to try and turn things around now.
But wait! Hold on just a second!
I really don't want to waste even a single second on you, Todd. I have my own life to live. So I think I'll just go get my goodies here. That being said, you will be hearing from my lawyers about your little mistress.
Lorraine, you have got some explaining to do, young lady. I heard that you divorced my son without even telling him you were going to do so. What kind of crazy woman does something like that?
Crazy? Are you really calling me crazy? Is that supposed to be some kind of joke? Besides, I was only doing what your son had threatened me with over a dozen times, and I only did what you wanted me to. I thought long and hard about my actions, and I decided that the best thing to do was to leave the marriage.
But I want you to reflect on your actions so that you would apologize to my whole family. Don't you realize what you've gone and done? I never thought you were really going to leave, Todd. You're screwing everything up, Lorraine.
I'm sorry, but I really don't think that I've done anything wrong here at all. But if you're really looking for someone to blame, you could do worse than your own son. After all, he was the one who would always threaten me with the divorce papers, which he had already filled out his portion of.
You mean that Todd just left signed divorce papers lying all over the house? But that's completely idiotic!
On that, you and I agree for once.
Don't you dare talk bad about my special little boy! How dare you go behind his back and do this to him? Honestly, this is what's wrong with your generation. You're all so selfish. You'd rather leave a marriage than put in any work to try and fix it. Well, I, for one, am not going to let you get away with this.
Well, I'm afraid what's done is done. But anyways, I wonder if Todd told you about his other woman he had waiting in the wings.
Other woman? What in the world are you talking about now? Are you trying to tell me that my son was cheating on you? He would never!
Well, it sounds like you have a lot to learn about your special little boy, but I'm sure you'll all have plenty of time to get to know each other since I sold our house. I have to imagine that Todd is already taking all his things over to your place.
You can't be serious! You can't just do this to my son! You can't just dump him on me!
Oh, you mean you don't want him back? That's a shame, because you're stuck with him now. As for me, I have a life to set back on track, so if you'll excuse me, I'll be blocking you now. After that, I never spoke to Todd again. My only point of contact with him was my divorce lawyer, who handled the lawsuit against Todd for his infidelity as well as the alimony proceedings. It turns out the woman Todd was seeing was also married, and their affair was quickly revealed not long after the divorce. With lawsuits for both Todd and his mistress, the two of them were left practically penniless, but just in time for the two of them to move in with Todd's parents. Through some old mutual friends, I have heard that things could be going much, much better for everything involved. It seems that Todd promised his mistress a life of luxury, but she instead found herself living with Lucy, who was very demanding. From what I hear, the neighbors are kept awake by screaming matches between the two of them almost nightly. As for me, although I'm upset about how my marriage ended, I can't help but feel like I ended up with the better deal out of everyone involved. It may take a while to find my footing again, but at least now I know not to make the same mistakes again.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.